Alright, so hey guys, it's Harrison here. I just want to confront the elephant in the room. I do have a really big pimple on my forehead, right there. Today I want to talk to you guys about coming out as trans before you physically transition, and asserting yourself in public and how difficult it can be when you're not physically transitioned. So I think what I'm trying to get out of this video is to maybe help people deal with being misgendered. Give people my cheat sheet on how I deal with it. So I'm not perfect and life still gets me down, but I get misgendered all the time. I feel like I do have kind of like a masculine kind of thing going on. So it's like 60% I'm called female, 40% I'm called male. And sometimes it's up or down depending on like my hair length or depending on, I don't know. Sometimes I gain a little bit of weight, sometimes I lose a little bit of weight. So I think when I've gained a little bit of weight, I get seen more as a man. So I got to keep those meals up. So when I'm around my friends, like, it's more funny. Like I usually have this thing where I look at somebody and I'm like, oh well, that's an L for the day. So you just kind of have to take it like situation by situation, because that's out of your control. And I know how hard that is, because whenever I'm misgendered, I don't think people understand that when they misgender a trans person, it's not just like a simple slip up. And I know that it's a mistake on your end, but it's not just a simple slip up in my mind. It's like, oh great, I'm seen as a woman. It's not just like, oh, that person just made a little mistake. No, it's like, oh great, that's how I'm seen in society, is a woman. You have to consciously think to view me as a man, and that's not what I want. So it's tough. Like, I have reporters that talk to me all the time, and they go, he. It's like the whole point that you're doing this article is to bring trans awareness and stuff, but you still misgender me. I know it's a mistake, but it's extremely disheartening when you first meet somebody new. Thank you for reminding me again that that's what I'm viewed as. It never really gets easier, but you kind of just have to take it. It's gonna happen. You just have to accept it and just learn some coping methods, because it's out of your control as much as it sucks, but you just kind of have to make a joke out of it. It's been increasingly more difficult now that I have a taste of what it's like to be referred to with the proper pronouns all the time. When you're pre-transitioned, you're just not taken seriously. You just don't fit in the way that you want to fit in. See, I'm not a non-binary person, so I identify as male. And I'm not talking on behalf of non-binary people, because that is valid. And I just don't know a lot about it, because I am not that. So I'm talking on behalf of trans people, and trans people that identify with a gender. And I identify with male. And it's extremely difficult when you don't feel that way. I am growing up. I'm getting into the age where I do have to start looking for jobs and professional growth. And I just don't feel like myself when I'm applying for these jobs. I have to put in Haley sometimes when they ask for the legal name, but for the most part, I have Harrison on my resume. I have Harrison in every single name that I can physically put in that's not legal. And it's just a little reminder. And it sucks. I just don't feel like myself when I'm applying for these jobs. Like, I just wish I could take 2 years off, do nothing, and transition and get my physical changes fully changed. But I can't just sit around doing nothing for 2 years waiting for my body to morph. And that's the difficult part. And it's the terrifying part, that I'm going to have to start a job in this body, and I'm going to have to change while I'm in that job, surrounded by those people. And I know that employers are great sometimes, and sometimes employers are awkward. Sometimes employees and co-workers and stuff are fine. Sometimes they're awkward. I just don't want to deal with that. And I can feel myself, I'm so confident in hockey, and I'm so confident in my dressing room and with these reporters, and just when they have the cheat sheet on what to call me, I'm so confident. But then I find myself going out in public and with people that don't know me, people that don't know my story, and I start to kind of get into this shell. And I really noticed that yesterday when I was at the Sabres game. I don't know what happened. I just started to feel like I was in this shell, and I was in my own head, And I could see all these men walking around, these big hockey guys that are 6 foot. There's little old me, a trans man that's 4 foot. Thank God I'm not 4 foot. But if you are, that's okay. I'm 5'4", and I'm just like looking up at these people like, oh, hello, like, don't forget about me. And it's just, fuck. But yeah, so it's just like, it's just really hitting me. It's just really getting to me. Now that I'm feeling like I'm going to have to step out of my dressing room and my comfort zone soon, that it's making me kind of feel anxious, and it's making me kind of feel like I'm not enough. It just kind of have to take a step back and realize that I am enough, but it's easy enough to say that. It's easy enough to preach to you guys and say, well, it'll get better, and keep doing what you're doing, and don't let the haters bring you down. And it's just like, I get down. I'm down. I'm down right now. It's just like when I have to do, like, I understand that women need a place to play, and women, it's so important for women to feel empowered and to, and equality. It's such a big thing, and if I was not to say that women don't deserve things, what kind of man would I be? And it's just really difficult to be in a women's league, and I'm not saying that I'm not thankful for the opportunity to play women's hockey and to play women's sports, because it's given me so much. It's given me an education. It's given me the opportunity to be paid. It's given me the opportunity to be what I am right now. It's given me this opportunity to have such an impact on the trans community, and I'm so grateful for that. But it's really hard sometimes when I have to kind of put the girl power mask on and listen to everybody saying, oh, well, here are the ladies of the Buffalo Buttes, and here's these ladies, and ladies. It's just like, no! You can say ladies, but acknowledge me too. But it's like, I feel selfish when I think that way. I don't know, yesterday just kind of really got to me. That's gonna happen. As long as I'm in the stage of playing women's hockey, that's gonna happen. Where I have to be an ambassador for women's rights, and that's fine with me. I want to be an ambassador for women's rights. Feminism needs men on their side, or feminism needs men, because it's equality for all. It's not just females. So I'm not gonna go on a huge rant on feminism and everything like that, but I am a feminist wholeheartedly. I play in the women's hockey league. I play in the Buffalo Buttes, the NWHL, and like my partner I know has a tough time with it too, when people are like, oh, where does your boyfriend play? And oh, he plays in the Women's National League, and they're like, what the heck? It's like, it's a joke. It's a living joke that I'm in, and I'm always the punchline, and some days I roll with it and I'm so strong, but other days I'm like, there's just days where I just want to leave. I just want to not do anything and not be, I don't know. But anyway, so the whole point of this video probably is to just be like, hey, you're pretty transitioned, but you're still valid, but you're gonna have a tough time, because there's so much ignorance in the world. Because there's just so many people that just think it's black and white, like my t-shirt. But yeah, some people just think in black and white. They don't get it. They don't get that you can be something else. There's a gray period, and pre-transition trans people that are binary are gray. And you can't just put people in these boxes. So like if everyone had like the mindset that we do, or the mindset that there is more than just male and female, I think it would make life a lot easier for other people, and you wouldn't have to deal with the struggles. Like if I lived in my hockey bubble, who knows, maybe I would never need to transition, but there's a real world out there, and there's people out there that will treat you differently, and you don't want to be treated differently. You don't want to be different. No one wants to be different in the way that different is negative. It's fine to be unique and everything like that, but just know that I'm going through it too. It's okay. And there is going to be a light at the end of the tunnel. And you just have to be patient. You just have to roll with the punches, because if you let yourself get down for a long period of time after you get misgendered, you're just ruining your own day. You're just ruining your own life. I get down, but I just take a moment to reflect and say, okay, this is not my fault. This is just the way it is right now, and I just have to let it go. It takes time to get there, but I do get there, and I just go to the next moment. And then as soon as you're gendered properly, you're like, oh, yes. It just makes it that much more sweet. Well, anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Take care.